Hey, and welcome to day 1 of Rest and Destress. This is a 5-day Yin Yoga challenge, and you can find day 2 and day 4 on Yoga with April on YouTube. The other days you'll find here with me at Afternoon Yoga. And if you want to follow along for the whole entire challenge, visit our website, rootedrenewalwellnessretreats.com. You'll find everything you need to know there. Otherwise, we're going to get started today. Just sitting tall in a seat. Most of our practice, we're going to be on our backs, and you won't need anything at all for this practice. It's going to be nice, gentle, and on the ground for the whole entire time. And if you've never done Yin before, you'll find that we'll hold positions for longer, about 3 minutes per pose, just getting into the fascia, getting into the nervous system relaxation piece. And yeah, that's all you really need to know. So we'll start in a seat. And you can find your true sit bones, so move fleshy part of your bottom aside, find your bones. And then hands can come onto the thighs or the knees. Go ahead and close down your eyes. You can start with a big deep breath in through your nose. And then an exhale out of the mouth. We'll take 2 more like that. Nice, long, steady inhales through your nose. Soft exhales out of the mouth. One last one, just like that. Big breath in. And a soft sigh out. Blinking your eyes open and then making your way onto your back. As you arrive, you can just take a couple of stretches, reaching the arms out or upwards overhead, letting your low back rise up off of your mat, and maybe rolling out the wrist, cracking your toes or ankles. Eventually stamping both feet down on your mat. And then taking your right toes up towards the ceiling, towards the sky. Go ahead and roll out your ankle, crack the toes. And then cross the right ankle over your left knee. And just setting up, finding a version of figure 4 that really works for you. So if it is on your back here and you keep the feet on the ground, that's totally fine. Or you can interlace the hands and then pull in your right shin. But wherever you land, we don't want too much effort here in a Yin practice. So something where you can fully relax, not compromising your spine or any effort to be made, but rather just finding a nice soft stretch. And then nice and steady, lock into your breath. Find a pace that feels natural but supportive. Keeping the breath in through your nose and out of your nose with a little constriction in the throat. And checking in right away, noticing the spine pressing onto the ground, starting with the back of your head and then all the way down to your tailbone. And sending breath into your right hip, your right glute. If you have that grip, you can slowly let that go. So your left foot finds the mat once again. Arms can come out to a cactus shape or a T or just down by your sides. And then just take your knees over towards the right side. So we're coming into an IT band stretch right here on the left. And I like hands on the belly once you settle in, but find something that feels supportive and easeful in your own body. And then just allowing gravity to do the work of inching that left knee further and further towards the ground. So much of our softening through this time of year can be quite the battle, and we often go back and forth when we're in this type of practice where we feel either really plugged in, really relaxed, or some days we come and we're fighting the fight. So just honoring wherever you are today, wherever you found yourself, and then giving yourself that grace of coming back again and again, and knowing that this path is one that definitely ebbs and flows. We come in and we come out of it. Take a breath in, send the knees back to center. And then keeping your legs as they are, we're just going to cross your right knee over your left. And the knees are going to knock off to the left. But before we head there, let's shift our hips over towards the right just a bit. We'll give your spine some more space for the twist. And if you start to arrive and right away you feel tension in the lower back, rather than forcing this shape, just uncross the legs and then let them knock together over towards the left. It's just a little more gentle on the spine. So picking your version and then settling in here, taking right hand to right rib cage and focusing the breath into your right lung. Again, just noticing gripping here in the hips, around the knees or the ankles. And letting every exhale breath just melt your body deeper and deeper into the twist. Nice and slow, bring your knees back to center. Unravel your legs, let your right foot find the mat. And then heel toe your feet out to the outer edges of your mat, or just wider than hips distance. If you're not on a yoga mat, you can knock your knees towards the center and just let the low back relax, spine relax. Starting to heel toe the feet back to your hip distance. And then left toes up towards the sky. Take a moment to roll that left ankle, crack the left toes. And then crossing left ankle over your right knee. Finding a figure 4 stretch here and deciding your version of it. So Yin is not a practice where we force anything. And our primary focus is relaxation, it's restoration. So quite the opposite from what we experience in a fast-moving vinyasa class. So take that with a grain of salt and then make a choice for yourself. Settling back in for your breath. Nice and easy, releasing your grip if you have it. Planting that right foot back down to the mat. And then just letting the knees knock over towards the left. Hands can come to the belly or out to the sides. And noticing any difference from right to left side. And noticing how usually the body favors one side. We have habitual patterns, habitual places where we're holding that tension. And so it's not always about changing it, but sometimes just about noticing that it exists. Nice and easy, bring the knees back to center. And then just crossing the left knee over your right this time. Or if you found that version with the knees together, you're more than welcome to that space. Otherwise, either way, we'll take the hips over towards the left and then rock your knees towards the right. Left hand comes to your left rib cage. And then steadying and sending the breath into that space. Take an inhale breath, bring your knees back to center. Unravel your legs. And then soles of the feet together, the knees can go wide. We'll close out practice here with just a couple of breaths. Setting an intention now for either good sleep or good rest. Take a big breath in through your nose, fill all the way up in the belly. And then let that breath travel into your rib cage and into your chest. Part your lips and take an exhale breath. Finding a moment of compassion and gratitude for yourself. You can take the hands together, bring thumbs to third eye. Find a moment of gratitude. From my heart to yours, we'll see you tomorrow for day 2.